Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by STEPH, and we are looking at Doctor Strange, New Eye of Agamotto in Multiverse of Madness, explained from New Rockstars. Thank you, New Rockstars, for allowing us to react to this. Very, very much appreciated. Y'all, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Also, subscribe to New Rockstars. Help them get to 4 million subscribers. This video came out days ago, but I wanted to watch it because I was like, oh, that's actually a very interesting topic because I've been curious about this. Why is he wearing that? Do you know why? Do you know about the, like, why he got it back? Okay, so we're all gonna find out together.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is in an Illumina lot of trouble for committing the multiverse's greatest faux pas, wearing the same stinky accessory multiple movies in a row. How will these judges ever forgive him?
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself. Because nobody's gonna take responsibility
What
for
is
you.
this?
The Eye of Agamotto mysteriously returned to the MCU in Spider-Man No Way Home and now in Multiverse of Madness, despite Thanos crushing the artifact during Infinity War and the time stone that necklace was built to hold being atomized in Endgame. Now sure, Thanos did call that necklace a fake, but even after Strange undusted in Endgame, he never wears that necklace, save for a
That's true.
VFX gaff that showed him wearing it in one frame. In the rest of the battle and at the funeral, the necklace is gone. And then in No Way Home, it's back. Huh? But by looking closely at the new footage from Multiverse of Madness and exploring the Eye of Agamotto's origin, we can decode this artifact's true nature and purpose before it was a time stone fanny pack and why it's so crucial to protecting the multiverse in the wars ahead.
That was great. A time stone fanny pack. I will never unknow that. A time stone
Really
fanny
good,
pack.
really
So in the latest Multiverse of Madness footage, one brief shot shows Strange opening a hatch using his Eye of Agamotto. He uses the same hand gesture as he has in past instances to twist the eye open, except instead of the green glow from the time stone, it now emits a golden glow, telling us it had a function beyond housing the time stone. And the fact that Strange uses it to unlock a door, as opposed to using his sling ring portal, suggests that, like the eye's comic counterpart that can see through all illusions, among many abilities, that this artifact may be bypassing other magic that his sling ring couldn't break through. There was another missable moment like this in Spider-Man No Way Home when Strange fought Spider-Man on the train in the mirror dimension. The eye necklace glows golden and twists open right as Strange tells Peter,
The mirror dimension, where I'm in control.
"Get in my
Oh.
cube, nerd." According to Wong, back in the 2016 Doctor Strange film, the Eye of Agamotto was constructed by Agamotto himself.
The mighty Agamotto. Same sorcerer who created the eye you so recklessly borrowed.
But in the comics, the Eye of Agamotto has powers far beyond whatever crystal it contains. The director of the 2016 film, Scott Derrickson, said that the eye in the comics is too powerful. So to limit its abilities for the film, he and the Marvel creative team decided to make it time-centric and for it to contain the Infinity Stone of the Time Stone. But even more importantly in the comics, the Eye of Agamotto is actually one of 3 that were created by Agamotto. There was the Eye of Agamotto of Knowledge from the early Doctor Strange comics in 1964, which was either the first or the third eye that was constructed, and this one was given to Strange to battle Dormammu, perhaps what the first MCU Eye of Agamotto was based on. But there was also the second Eye of Agamotto of Power, introduced more recently in 2019, and an alt-reality version of that was hidden by Strange in the tomb of Pharaoh Ramatut, variant of Kang the Conqueror for Kang to find in the future. And then also around this time, there was a mention of a third mystery Eye of Agamotto lost to time. So
wow.
I believe what we are now seeing in Multiverse of Madness and No Way Home is either the second or the third Eye of Agamotto from the comics, making the Eye of Agamotto restored to its true function beyond just a mere container of an Infinity Stone, and that now by using it, Strange is further desecrating reality and making the multiverse more vulnerable to the threat out there who wields the other long-lost Eye of Agamotto, the villain of Doctor Strange 3, Kang. So think about it. The first eye introduced in the first Doctor Strange film, the second eye now introduced in the second film, and the third eye, aka the third eye, the metaphorical term for one's mystic essence.
Open your eye.
the third eye posing the greatest threat of all in the third film of this trilogy. One of my favorite details I just spotted in my latest rewatch of the Multiverse of Madness trailer was when Strange and America Chavez tumble together through the realities right as they pass those dinosaurs.
She grabbed it.
You can see America Chavez reaching for Strange's Eye of Agamotto, and only when she clutches it do they shatter into the 2D cartoon animated reality. And if you look at the edges of that breakage, it is 100% in the shape of a star. That means
Oh
that
my
America's
God!
power to kick star portals through realities and this Eye of Agamotto are connected. This Eye of Agamotto has some kind of ability to unlock doors through reality.
I didn't catch that before.
Yeah.
Why, in this movie compared to No Way Home, Strange now wears that necklace way higher on his chest, closer to his neck, making it harder to grab. But also notice that this necklace does not appear around the necks of his variants. Like Defender Strange, Sinister Strange, the glorified statue of Strange, the eye also appears to be confiscated from him when he appears before the Illuminati judges, during his trial, and in the shot where Mordo slashes at his handcuffs. And it's clear why the Illuminati doesn't want Strange to possess this Eye of Agamotto if this connection between the necklace and America Chavez allows him to break through realities. But assuming the explanation behind its return is that Agamotto actually built 3 of these, the real reason for their fear could be that this second Eye of Agamotto is the last check they have against the threat who possesses the third and final Eye of Agamotto, that threat being Kang the Conqueror, and or one of his variants, Immortus, Pharaoh Ramatut. Because if you look back on Loki, one major Easter egg in the void of pruned people, places, and things was an alternate timeline Sanctum Sanctorum. This means that in some branch timeline, a Kang variant conquered one of the Sanctums and its sorcerers and its artifacts. This whole void and He Who Remains Citadel were designed to be trophy rooms
Damn.
displaying the things Kangs have conquered. Concept art even included an Iron Man helmet on the shelf. And then elsewhere in the void, you can see the Great Pyramids of Egypt and the Sphinx. Nods to how Kang collected the pyramids as trophies in Chronopolis in the comics and uses the Sphinx as his favorite set of wheels. So if among those trophies was a sanctum, that could mean He Who Remains, and by extension other Kang variants, as was the case with Pharaoh Ramatut and Eye of Agamotto of Power in the comics, possesses that long-lost third eye. So when the second one in this movie gets destroyed, that would leave a Kang variant as the unchecked lord over the multiverse that Doctor Strange is gonna face in the third film. I mean, hey, maybe even He Who Remains tricked out Tempad was that third eye. That thing has some crazy magic to it. So if Wanda ends up wiping out the Illuminati in Multiverse of Madness, brace yourself for a post-credit scene where Strange is gonna return to that courtroom to find the row of chairs replaced with one throne, from which Jonathan Majors is gonna quip, "Time for the whole truth."
That's the gambit.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EAVoss. Follow New Rockstars, subscribe to New Rockstars for
It's a lot.
That was really mind-blowing. The thing that got me the most was when he pointed out in the trailer with the star-shaped thing, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I did not pick up on that at all.
Like she grabbed it and then that created the new, I'm like, oh shit, all these details.
Yeah.
But this Eye of Agamotto thing, like it coming back, like people have been asking that for a minute, and I was long curious about it too, because they just never bothered to explain it. Now they got some explaining to do. I'm sure he's onto something here, because having watched The Batman and comparing it to what Eric Voss had to say about it, like there obviously are things that were totally not in the movie, but there's a lot of what Eric Voss had predicted that did show up. I had a very fascinating experience of watching Eternals because he was there. And while I'm watching the movie, I'm like, oh my God. Like all of this stuff Eric Voss said, like he predicted it to a T. And I told him to his face, I'm like, dude, you predicted all of that. He's like, I know. We got it right for a change. I had no idea that there was 3 of them.
Neither did I.
That's new information.
Yeah.
And so that actually makes sense. My thought initially, when Thanos crushed it, was that it was just an illusion. And he didn't actually crush it. But then he pointed out, well, later in the movie, he doesn't actually wear it. I'm like, okay, well. So I think if there's 3 of them, then they maybe serve different purposes like he's talking about. So that's interesting.
I feel like if Doctor Strange showed up with it at the funeral, I'd be like,
Look a little tacky.
yeah,
Like, come on.
chill, bro.
It doesn't go together.
No.
It doesn't
This
match.
is ruining your suit look
Yeah.
completely.
It doesn't match your shoes. What's it called when you have like something that complements something else on your outfit? Accenting?
Oh
or-
yeah, accent.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah. The little detail in Spider-Man No Way Home when he's talking about the illusion place, the upside down place. It's like the golden thing was coming out of his. I didn't catch that detail before, so it's like that's what's fun about these videos, obviously.
Yeah. They're definitely playing more into the gold coloring, though. I feel like in Shang-Chi it was similar.
That's true.
Yeah, so
It's a new
maybe
age.
it means something.
An age of goldenness. The golden age. Sorry.
And we're the golden girls.
Yeah, exactly. What?